Normally, Yang style Tai Chi Chuan is 18 minutes to 20 minutes is good. But you understand, to the martial artists, that's not enough. 18 to 20 minutes, that's beginners. Okay, but to a lot of traditional martial artists that train Tai Chi Chuan, they try to train Tai Chi Chuan slower and slower and slower and slower the inside. You can train Tai Chi Chuan, entire Tai Chi Chuan to become 1 hour. That means your movement is so slow. It can go all the way to 1 hour. That means that every time the movement, the breathing is 3 times longer than normal. Sorry, I cannot reach a stage yet. I'm still working on it because the mind has to be so peaceful. The body has to be in such a high relaxed state, so the oxygen consumption go to the minimum. You don't have that kind of highly relaxed meditative state, impossible you can reach 1 hour. Yeah, that's become the inside of training. Talk about energy circulation in the body. The other Yang side of training is to train the Tai Chi Chuan faster and faster and faster. When we train faster and faster, they become martial arts side applications. Because it doesn't matter what, when you fight, speed is important. You cannot say, ask your enemy, say, slow down, you're too fast. So you have to really speed up. So that's all we try the Yang side, become faster and faster, become power manifestation. And until the entire Tai Chi Chuan sequence, actually only 3 minutes. For example, Pong Li Jian, right? You say, this is a Pong, regular speed, is this a regular speed? Okay, but in the real situation, you say like this. Yeah, it's become very fast. So every moment you fast and strike, and the right way you relax immediately. Okay, so how you train Tai Chi Chuan, how long it's supposed to be, depends what's your purpose. For beginners, 18 to 20 minutes is reasonable. A lot of people say, ask me the same question, you say, well, if I want to learn Tai Chi Chuan only for health purpose, why should I have a sense of enemy? Why should I know application? I always ask them, say, well, you want to learn Tai Chi Chuan just for relaxation. You don't really need teacher. You don't need me, you don't need anybody else. All you do is just put a light music on, don't worry about anything. Because you're not looking for the deep aspect of the arts. All you do is just, move your hands and relax and move it. Because the movement, it doesn't have a different meaning. But you learn Tai Chi Chuan for the meaning because remember, it is your mind to lead the Qi and the circulate. You want to have the meaning to use your mind to lead the Qi, you got to have a sense of enemy because every movement designed is just for that. So you just learn Tai Chi just for relaxation. Sorry, you got the wrong place. Yeah, but you want to do Tai Chi Chuan, you say, okay, no, I want to use my mind, train my mind to focus, high alertness, high awareness, so I can use this Tai Chi Chuan to lead the Qi, to circulate my body. That's a challenge. That is deep. So you have to think about what your purpose of Tai Chi Chuan. You learn Tai Chi Chuan as a lifetime, or you learn Tai Chi Chuan just for fun. You learn Tai Chi Chuan for a lifetime, I would say, ooh, traditional Tai Chi probably is better. Because the more you get in, the deeper it becomes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, beginning of Tai Chi Chuan, I think you should stay there for a couple minutes until your mind is calm and the mind can find the center. When you find the center, you feel comfortable and relaxing and rooted and balanced. Okay, so from here, now, see my hand, gently I scoop, this comes from the center. Now, this inhale, from the dantian, I inhale, and then I coil, then this exhale. Okay, so this inhale, you have a feeling like you lift up something. When this one's exhale, you feel like you're pushing something down. That's the whole concept. Because whole thing, you lift your energy up to the shoulders, and after that, then you're going down. Now you can see the third step, the mind get involved. When the mind get involved, once your mind have the idea, how do I raise up Qi to my shoulder width, then how do I lead the Qi down to the dantian? Then yes, then your mind is leading the Qi. Now you are rooted. So you look at all this structure. This one is very important in Tai Chi Chuan. It's like called attachment. Attachment is just mean I attach your opponents so I can stick with him. This is called coil. So this one you can refer to the Tai Chi Chuan application. Inside I can explain more detail. This one I just give you a little bit idea that you have a concept, what every movement's for. Okay, now I use Jonathan as an example. You understand Tai Chi Chuan is a short range style. Tai Chi Chuan, they like to stick with you. They don't like to fight a long range. Usually Tai Chi Chuan, when people get older, the mind is stronger, the chi is stronger, but physical body is weaker. So what they do, they stick with you. So stick with you, they don't fight you with the force. So because the reason once they stick with you, it's called pushing hands. So in a push hand situation, this is called parallel pushing hands. That means both sides in the parallel touching. In this case, both sides dangerous. Either side can attack. This called cross hands. Cross hand is now you're safer, but depends how which side can set up a better strategy and set yourself in the good advantage position, then you can use a technique. All right, so in this situation, you can see this is a pick up. This I seal, you can see my hand is very simple. From here, I seal, now I squeeze. It's very comfortable. I attach, what I attach, I'm attaching is the center of gravity. I'm not attaching his hands. People say, what are you attaching? Are you attaching the hands? No, when I touch you, my feeling is your center because I want to destroy your center. Once I destroy your center, you lose balance. Now your mind try to regain balance. That's the time I can attack you. Because your mind is not in defense. Your mind is trying to regain your balance. So that's exactly when the hand here, when I touch, now you can see my hand gently touch, now my mind in the center already. Okay, now this center, if his hand raised up, now I cannot go to the center. Now I seal down. So now you can see the coil. This coil is very important in Tai Chi Chuan. Every time my hand coil on the top, now I have an advantage because it becomes defensive. So because reason the first two forms look simple, but actually it's not that simple. Because you talk about very important tiny movements, a tiny feeling. So usually from the first movement, you can tell the people, the Tai Chi practitioner, how good his feeling is. Okay, now that's the first movement. Watch one more time, then we can step into the second movement. This one, Tai Chi Chuan. That's a Tai Chi, beginning of Tai Chi Chuan. Okay, watch one more time the side way. Okay, the body structure remembered because this is very common for a lot of people make this mistake. That's because the knee is weak and the body start tilting forward and the butt stick out, low back is tense. It's not good. It doesn't matter how. Never sacrifice the relaxation of your torso. So you find out your knee cannot get low, don't get low, it's fine. Okay, don't force yourself to get low. At the same time, you sacrifice the relaxations. Okay, now watch again. Okay, I believe you have a very good idea already. Yeah, well, if you see my hands, I don't open too wide. It's parallel, okay? All right, now let's step into the movement number 2. Number 2 is a grasp spiral tail right. 右蓝雀尾. Okay, so this movement, once you get to the down, yeah, you already settle. Now you can see, now they become a martial art technique aggressively now. So from here you can see my palm is developed immediately because this one will give you a lot of energy to build up the roundness. Once you have this roundness, Tai Chi Chuan can roll. The whole body can roll. If you go like that, his body is stiff. So it's very important to keep a roundness. The roundness is the key of Tai Chi Chuan. So from here you can see right away, my body is round and it's arcing. Then my right leg turn by heel. When the right leg turn by heel, now I'm more comfortable. If I use the toe, now I lose the stability. I lose the root of the turning. So I turn my right leg by heel. Once you turn it, now, because before when we turn, no problem with both turn by heel. But nowadays, the new generations, the leg is longer. I'm a short Chinese because short Chinese leg shorter, it's easier. But you talk about Americans or West Europeans, usually leg longer, then they have a hard time. When go here, they find out uncomfortable. So I realized in this case, why? Because since you already have a root, why don't you turn the rear leg by the front side of your feet, your ball, and then we see that one you find is more comfortable. We came down. Now you can see still pong. Right leg I turn, and then left leg I turn by ball. Then pong this one, the hands up. Look at position. This is a pericardium. This is a pericardium. This you line up. So from here is the middle of your arms will give you this support. So this is yang, this is in, this is relaxing, this will give you support with power. So because reason become this movement is a great spiritual.
Yang Tai Chi for Beginners DVD.